Right, today, I thought today was another good work day. Really proud of the guys for their approach for this these couple days. We have a little bit of extended time, before we play again, but the opportunity to improve and get better. Some of these guys, got to get their bodies back. Had a physical tough season, and but I like the attention to detail that they're bringing, trying to give some opportunities to show different looks. Continuing to work on our improvement, cleaning up mistakes that have maybe shown up throughout the season, and just building that confidence in the habits of what we're doing and what we're building. And so, I think the guys have had a really good approach. It's been great to get some of the extra work with some of the younger guys that, and it's not just younger guys; it's guys that maybe didn't get as many opportunities on the field. This fall that we know the potential's there. We just want to build upon the consistency and being able to have these practices that the extended session with the developmental guys. I mean, it's critical, and I love the way they competed yesterday. I thought we got much better, and it's good to see those guys rise up in competitive drills.
I think 10 of the 15 guys on All ACC for you are former transfers. You guys obviously have done a good job in the portal, but what is it about those guys that their buy-in to this program and development has benefited them so greatly?
Well, I mean, it's expectation. It's expectation coming in. It's providing opportunity, and it's no different for a transfer than it is for a high school young man coming in. And we're looking for the right fit. Now, some positions we've needed to get maybe a little older or more experienced guys that can come and pair with some of the younger players that we have that are continuing to develop. And but the message is the same for everybody. You're going to come in, you're going to get an opportunity. What you do with that opportunity, is going to be a result of what it looks like throughout the course of the season. And it's and that's what I tell every transfer and high school recruit. I try to be as transparent as possible of the expectation of being a part of this team. We're not going to have just individuals, and that's we're building a team to be able to win a championship. And that's we played some very talented teams this year that were filled of talented individuals. And I think that you saw our group. They came together. They believed in each other. And that's what we're building, and our guys know that expectation.
You talk about taking advantage of opportunities. I don't know if anyone on this team did that more than Patrick Payton. I guess you don't do it for the recognition, but how nice was it seeing that recognition for him yesterday?
No, I loved it. I mean, I love when players get recognized for work that they put in, and we see it on a daily basis. He was thrown into action, more action whenever Jared got hurt, and he took full advantage of it. And it showed that he was ready. He put in, he put in the work. He was able to. Show the growth, and people took notice. And I'm just very proud of that young man, because you can talk about transfers and guys that come in the program, and you talk about the high school guys that have come in and developed and played at a high level, and guys that that have been through the process of growth, and it's fun to watch. And it's, as a coach, I mean, that's where you see it on both ends, and just proud and happy for him.
I know that window for the transfers opens up on December 5th. What have you guys been able to do? What can you do until then to be ready?
I mean, there's some young men that announce their intentions. So when those things happen, we can't talk with them, but we can evaluate, and we can get as much evaluation on film and get a sense of, is this something that fits a need that we have, or could ultimately make our team better. It's a unique year. There's some positions that. We don't have much desire to take a transfer unless it is a very specific, game-changing opportunity for us. And I like our team, and I like the guys that we have coming back. There are some positions where, we are going to be very aggressive to, if the right fit's out there, to make sure that we're presenting opportunities. And other than that, it's just that's what we can do till the 5th. Now, obviously some guys that are at the FCS level, or graduate transfers that have already been in the portal. We've been active with some guys there, and once again, it's just about putting together the best team, and that's all a part of our process.
I don't want to say wean, but are you at a point now where you can wean off the portal a little bit? It won't maybe be as vital to getting the pieces you want on your roster as it has been?
I mean, it's like that's once again it's best fit for Florida State. So I'm not, the young men that have come into this team, they're a part of this team. And whether they were here for 1 year, whether they're here for 4 years, the expectation is the same. The investment is the same. So it is, if the opportunity presents itself to make our football team better with the young man that we bring in, I don't sit there and say, well, this is our transfer players, and these are yes, every player that we bring in, we want them to be successful. We want them to achieve at a high level. Guys that are younger in their career, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Some guys it doesn't. As Ari Thomas, this year, Patrick Payton, freshman of the year, you see, a lot of guys that have had immediate success, throughout their career. Shaheem Brown, had an unbelievable game the other night. We have a bunch of redshirt freshmen that have played for us, and true sophomores that have played for us. It's exciting to see those guys that take advantage of those opportunities. Well, on the flip side of it, if we can make our football team better with more developed and just older experienced player that at a position of need, then yes, let's do that. But we won't. I'm not going to jeopardize the team, the culture, the mindset, just for a talented player if it doesn't fit us.
I know everybody wanted Winston, right, to be able to come back this year. How did he handle that process? And just
I mean, it was incredible. It's a hard journey. That young man loves this game. He loves his teammates. He loves competing. And we want to make sure that when he steps back on that field, that he is right, that he is, in all ways playing to the best of his ability. That he's not. It will be a secondary thought of what he had to overcome. But he had a really good year. I'm so proud of him. Some of the metrics that he was able to hit, in that rehab were remarkable. And it never got to the point to where he could go out there and that anybody was ready just to say, all right, let's force this when it wasn't time. And he has had the right mindset. I'm sure he's had some really good days, and he's had some tough days. Just to have to deal with it because of the competitor that he is. But man, I love his spirit, and I'm excited about watching him with this year ahead, and getting into the off season. He's feeling good. He's looking good. It's good. Getting some of that continued rehab and work out there on the field. So it's great to see.
Jordan obviously will have a decision to make. A lot of guys will, but a guy like Jordan, if he were to come back, how important is it to progress and not, be the same guy he was?
Every player on this team, and that's why these bowl practices, you mentioned Robert Cooper. We all know Robert's going to be, taking his game to the next level here in a very short period of time. But he has to get better today, and it is progression, improvement, growth. That's the objective of this program. So any and every member of this team, coaches, players, all involved, we have to improve, and that's why there's no wasted day. We're not coming out here just to say that we did and check off the box of a practice. We want to make sure that we're leaving this field better than what we stepped on it. And it's a big picture mindset with a very simple focus on the day and opportunity to grow. And I think Jordan's proved himself to be one of the best players in college football. I know that. I've said it for a good while, and now more people are taking notice of that because of what he's put on display on that field, and he's going to continue to grow and get better with every opportunity he gets.
What are these next 3 weeks like for you and the staff as you get back on the road, recruiting, official visits, early signing period, and how has the portal changed that period of time?
I mean, it's still about the relationships. It's about getting out and being able to build those. Having this dead period, for the few days, after the season I think is good. Being able to first time we've really experienced that, but I think it's good because you're able to, refocus and refresh with your current players on, an overview of what's what they've done and and plans for the future moving forward. But now you get on the road and you go see the future. And we got a lot of guys in the 23 class that I'm gonna get out to see. I know coaches will see. It'll be a mix of the 23 class. We will see some guys that are transfers. We'll see some guys that are in the high school ranks, and then gathering information on the 24, 25, 26 classes. Just make sure we're building those relationships, and I'm excited about that. And then obviously when we get to January, it'll be a much bigger focus on the younger guys that we're on, and so just try to have a good mix. But it's a chaotic time, and I'm excited. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 different plans for depending on what bowl we might show up in. I've got all that set. We've got scripts rolling, and just try to be as organized as possible when we get back, just so we can be efficient with that time.
How excited are you about the 12-team playoff? And do you think, man, if it was this year, we'd be watching these games on Saturday with a real shot to be in a playoff?
Yeah, it's the opportunity to compete for a championship is something that that everybody wants, and we've won 3 national championships here, and it's something that we're really proud of the teams that were able to accomplish that. It's nice to even realize that some of the steps that this team has taken that would put us in that conversation, and it's close, and so for us,
it's good for college football.
I think that with all things, the structure and organization of it, making sure that for the student athletes there is a good balance of how it's all organized. I think is if that can be done right, it's exciting. I think I love the bowl season, and that's something that's always been important. And I think there's a way to be able to do that, to have the bowls that are in place, but also to be able to have that playoff that for a long time it was just the one game. For a long time it was no game, and then there was a championship game, and then now you're getting to a 4 game, and you see the attention that it draws. It's a really cool experience, and so it's something that it's here in front of us, and we'll see what it's like when it gets there. But my biggest thing is just the organizational aspect of it.
Les Harris and Stephen Dick Jr. have been doing more practice. What's the latest in their recoveries?
Yeah, they're continuing to progress. I don't believe either of them will be ready to go and cleared fully for anything here for the bowl, but they're coming along, and we're excited about the steps they've taken, and we'll see that once we get here into January exactly where they're at, but expect big things from them moving forward.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.